Okay, so question is solve for x in the following for the following equation. Absolute value of the quantity 4x minus 3 plus 2 equal to 7. So your first step when solving an equation involving an absolute value is to isolate the absolute value. So I'm going to get the absolute value 4x minus 3 by itself by subtracting 2 from both sides. As such, so the 2's cancel on this side, and then 7 minus 2 is 5. The next step here is to check whether the side that has the constant, the number, is either 0 or positive. You cannot solve an absolute value equation that's got a negative number on the other side. So specifically, yeah, if I had like 4x minus 3 equals negative 7, whatever, negative 4, so if I had moved the 2 over and I got like negative 7, negative 4, there is no solution to this equation. An absolute value can only be 0 or positive. Okay, so it is the case though that we can solve this equation because 5 is positive. Okay, so the next step after that is to make two equations. When an absolute value equals a number, you have two equations. When the absolute value equals the number itself, or when the absolute value equals negative, right? Because an absolute value can take on two different values, okay, a positive and negative. The inside of an absolute value can be both positive and negative, and it'll give you a positive number. So anyway, so that's what we'll do. We'll take that absolute value 4x minus 3 equals 5, and we convert that into two equations. And as you can see, the absolute value bars are off. Okay, we don't need them anymore. And we're going to solve. I'm going to add 3 to both sides on both these equations, but let me work on the one on the left. And I'm going to divide by 4, gives me 2. I'm going to do the same thing on the other equation. I'm going to add 3, gives me a minus 2. And x equals negative 1/2 here. Okay, and these would be your two solutions. Now let me go back to the case real quick. If I had an absolute value equation with a negative here, this right here would be no solution. And sometimes we write that with this little like circle or 0 with a line through it as the solutions, or sometimes we write these two squiggly lines with nothing on the inside. Sometimes, when we're writing these answers out, sometimes we think of them as writing them out as sets, collections of things, collections of solutions. So when we're saying either this symbol or this symbol, we're saying, there's no answers to this. And here we can do that by taking the 2 and the minus 1/2. Okay. One more thing is when you have an absolute value equal to 0, or equal to 0, then you only have one equation, and that's when the inside equals 0, right? We don't have two. So you would go ahead and just solve this. So for example, in this case, it would just be 3, you add the 3, and divide by 4, and that's it. You only have one solution. Okay. So again, when you're solving absolute value equations, you always want to try to isolate the absolute value part first. And then from there, you're going to decide whether you're going to go ahead and solve this or not. If you have a positive number, like we have with the 5, you make two equations out of it. If you have a negative number on the side, you have no solution. So then you just stop. And then if it's equal to 0, you only have one solution, which is just setting the inside of the absolute value equal to 0. And that's it. All right. Thanks for your time.